What's happening, people? So, pardon me. PUBG, or Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Um, the main guy. I hope I'm saying this guy's name right because I haven't paid this game any attention due to the fact that it apparently runs like shit on the Xbox One, and I really don't play computer games. I just don't game on a PC. I prefer console. But Chang Han Kim, I think that's his name, the head guy over the whole thing, was quoted as saying that he wants the game on everything. This means he wants it on the PS4, he wants it on the Switch, he wants it on the computer and the Xbox. He doesn't want to limit himself to just, PC or Xbox One. He wants it on everything. He wants it across the board. Now, a link will be in the description where you can go and read this for yourself. It's a very short article, just so you can read his quote. He did say, where they quoted him as him going and saying, hey, the end result of this game is to have it across the board. Now, that would be amazing to see this game on the Switch. Now, I'm just a little curious as to how it would play. That's neither here nor there. It would be interesting nonetheless because, considering all things is handles like shit and looks like shit on the Xbox One, I could only imagine how piss poor it would be on the Switch. So I'm kind of a little iffy on that. I don't really want something bad on the Switch. We have 2K18 from WWE being horrible at launch, and I really don't want repeats of that. I don't want games that rely on updates and patches because they weren't met with standards at launch. I would prefer a game come out and it look decent at launch and be playable. And I have a feeling that PUBG would be one of those titles. Just something about it says, because of how it launched on Xbox One, I understand that it's not the full-fledged, flushed-out game, but understand that they let that slip through as is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew this game was going to be coming out on the console, and they still let that go to the console, knowing that. So, being that that happened, I think for the Switch at least, we can all agree if they do end up having a Switch version, they don't need to let anything slide. They need to fix it to perfection before it happens. Now, I did see another article I wish I'd have snagged that said they were wanting to get this on PlayStation 4 and that it was expected to go to PlayStation 4 but not anytime soon. So I can only imagine that it would probably be somewhere in 2020, if not late 2019, before it ever showed up. And at the earliest 2019. So, that being said, I am glad to hear that the head CEO, overseer of the game, wants this game on everything. At least he understands that having money coming in from every platform available and having the ability to have reach towards every kind of player means more than having your hand out there for one type of player. Means more money coming in. That's something, to say the least. It does scare me just a little bit because of how the Xbox One version of the game looked when it was first out versus how they might do it now. But maybe this will be a learning curve. for how they do it, which is something we can only hope for. But it is a thing we can all look into, hopefully seeing come to the Switch, if anything, or coming out on PS4. Whether you like PS4, whether you like Switch, I myself am willing to add on to anything with Nintendo. I'm very willing to diversify my library when it comes to Nintendo because I don't believe. Excuse me. I'm very tired. I don't believe in the, play one genre on one console. I believe in playing everything across the board. It doesn't matter. So, I would definitely at least try it out if they had it on the Switch. And if, they had a demo, I'd play it and see how it played before I bought the whole fucking game and made my opinion based off of that. Um, so you guys let me know, man. What do y'all think? Do you think that he's making a smart move with this? Do you think it's a bad thing? And I don't mean, do you think it's a bad thing to put this game on the Switch because of whatever? Woo, 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 woo. I don't mean like that. I mean, do you think it's a smart move for the man to go out and say, hey, I want this game to be able to make as much money as possible by making it available across the board on all platforms? You think that's a smart move, yes or no? Um, if it was made available on the Switch, would you buy it? Not just because it's on Nintendo, but would you buy it and would you want to buy it to be able to play it portably, take it with you wherever you go? That is that simple. The whole power performance of the Switch has been beaten to death on every aspect of every game. Don't really need to be getting into a debate over all of that. It's just something I figured we could talk about if you wanted to talk about it. Because in all honesty, I would buy it just to buy it and be like, hey, I have it. If push comes to shove, it would be something over nothing. You know what I mean? Because the Switch does need some first-person shooters on there. We have Doom, and that's pretty much it when it comes to high-class, big-name shooters right now. Especially the first-person ones. We don't really have anything else that's really first-person shooter. Um, big budget type thing like that. Excuse me. Um, it would be nice if they would think about games like The Conduit making a comeback. And one more thing I seen was on Nintendo's Life Twitter. I hope this doesn't come true. I know a few people would like to see this because of the failures of 1-2 Switch. I saw a sports resort return game for the Switch. I hope that doesn't come true, and the only reason is because of how bad 1-2 Switch did. And the last thing Nintendo needs to do with the Switch is turn it into a Wii machine. After all, this is not supposed to be a Wii machine. It's supposed to be its own device. So please don't do that. The reason I'm begging you not to do that is because before he passed away, he said that we are not looking to make another Wii machine with the Switch. So please don't do that with the Switch. Mr. Iwata did not want to see the Switch be another Wii console. So at least respect the man's wishes with that. Okay, even if you want to make another sports game like Wii Sports Resort or Wii Sports, just try to make it as different from the Wii games and make it its own thing. Deuces.